Bhagavad awakened in his heart. Because what Bhagavad Gita says? Bhagavad Gita says, Gata suna agata sunsha nanu shochanti pandita. Gata suna agata sunsha nanu shochanti pandita. Don't intelligent person doesn't lament for the living or dead. That we have to understand. You should never lament Gata suna agata sunsha nanu pandita. You see that sometimes there is profit, sometimes there is loss, monetary loss, sometimes there is loss of life, sometimes there is accident, some near and dear ones die. One should not lament. This is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. उनने भगवान के अप्रकट होता है संवाद सुनकर बेहद त्याग कर दिए. Now Mother Kunti, she couldn't tolerate that Bhagwan Sri Krishna has disappeared from this world, right? So as a result, she abandoned her body. But Kunti, you all know how great devotee she is. She is actually a great devotee. So she abandoned her body separation of पांडव गण थी. परीक्षित को कुरु राज्य और अनुज पुत्र बद्रीनाथ को शूरसेन के राज्य में अभिषेक कर एक मतदान करते हुए भगवान श्री नारायण श्री कृष्ण के चरण कूलों की चिंता करते परम गति को प्राप्त हुए. So what a they are the kingdom of Astapur.
Not your voice is not clear.
The Kuru dynasty. So,
Not your voice is not clear.
Parikshit was until as the next king of Kuru dynasty. The king of the and Aniruddha means Krishna's mind. Krishna's son is Aniruddha. And Aniruddha's son is Vajranath. Now, Vajranath is dead, the son of Sri Krishna, and he was appointed as the king of Shurasen's kingdom. He is the kingdom of Mathura. He was anointed as the king of Mathura. This has been told here. So, now, then all the five Pandavas in the company of Draupadi. Here it is very clearly that they did not protect, but in the company of Draupadi, they left for Mahaprastham. Mahabharata says that they went to Himalayas. But Bhagavatam says something different. But anyway, they went for Mahaprastham. They set out on the final journey. And remembering the lotus feet of Krishna. It is that they also refer to the lotus feet of Narayan. Because within the body of Narayan, within the body of Krishna, Narayan is also there. Right? So they set out on the final journey, remembering the lotus feet of Krishna, and achieved Paramagati. Paramagati means Prabhu. तदुपरांत सूत गोस्वामी ने शौनकादि ऋषियों के निकट परीक्षित का उत्तर की पुत्री इरावती के साथ विवाह. Now, there is some historical background to this statement. Suta Goswami narrated his history of Bhagavatam to the great sages known as related by Shaunaka, 88,000 sages. And there was actually Parikshit Maharaj was married to Iravati. It's a very nice name, Iravati. Actually, when I hear this name Iravati, then I said this is a very historical name. Not many girls in India have this name Iravati, but she was the wife of Parikshit Maharaj. So what an exalted personality. And who was she? She was Uttara, right? Uttara was married to Abhimanyu, Uttara's brother's daughter, right? So it means that Parikshit was married to his mama ki ladki, means maternal uncle's daughter, because that was allowed in Kshatriyas, because Uttar has a different gotra, and Uttara has a different gotra. Uttara accepted the gotra of Abhimanyu, so that was permitted. Sagotra marriage, the marriage between boy and girl who belong to the same gotra. Gotra means the dynasty of the sages or their disciples. It is not allowed because Sagotra marriage is like brother and sister getting married. But you can marry your maternal uncle's daughter. Janmejaya actually is that personality who was greatly perturbed when Parikshit Maharaj was bitten by the snake called Tapshak, the flying snake. And he had undertaken Sarva Chhatra, means he had undertaken a sacrifice in which he wanted to immolate or burn to ashes all the snakes in the world. This is called Sarpa Yajna, means he was offering snakes as offerings in the fire. But then there was a great sage by the name Astik. Astik's mother was a snake, female snake, and his father was a Brahmin. So he was having affection for the other side. So he prohibited Janmejaya from doing this sacrifice. So if you're afraid of snakes, you can utter the mantra Astik, Astik, Astik. You will never be afraid of the snakes. Now, Dandi Maharaj was born in Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka border, right? So that is a place called Kaivara. And Kaivara and that Bangalore region, Bangalore region has some places where Janmejaya performed sacrifice. Particular sacrifice where he was offering all the snakes, that also placed, if I'm not wrong, took place in Karnataka, where Sripad Dandi Maharaj was born, vicinity of that area. I heard something like that. उनके द्वारा प्रजा को प्रसन्न करने आदि विषयों का वर्णन किया. Now, Parikshit Maharaj heard the Bhagavatam. The flying snake Takshak could not bite him. Before that, he had left the world. Then Janmejaya ascended the throne of Parikshit, and he managed the kingdom so nicely that as a result, the entire population was happy. All the members of his kingdom, his entire populace was happy. कुरुजांगल प्रदेश में रहते समय अपने राज्य में कली की दुर्जनता की बात सुनकर वे दिग्विजय के लिए निकले. Right? Now you'll see that once Parikshit Maharaj was residing in the area called Kurujangal, and he heard that the iron is personified, means Kali Maharaj. Means we are living in this particular time period which is presided over by one personality called Kali. This Kali was committing atrocities on cows and human beings alike. When Parikshit Maharaj set out on conquering all the four directions, and he had indeed conquered many, many regions and countries, he heard about when he heard about how Kali is committing atrocities on the living entities and cows and bulls, he set out on conquering all the four directions. So when he was on his mission of conquering all the directions, one day he chanced to see one bull who was standing on one leg. Now it is unimaginable that how a bull can stand on one leg. I have seen in YouTube video or maybe WhatsApp that a cow who has no front legs was walking somehow on the two hind legs. That is okay. But how can a bull or a cow stand on one leg? That is unimaginable. But because this is mentioned in Bhagavatam, it is certainly true. And in fact, this particular bull was dharma. He was the religion personified. So bulls should be protected. All the bulls represent dharma, and cows represent uh, the mother aspect. So dharma has four legs. All of us know that. Basically, when we join ISKCON or the Gaudiya Math, we take four vows: no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. Gambling destroys one leg of this bull called truthfulness, because there is absolutely no truthfulness in gambling. Even the speculative activities like stock trading, there is absolutely no truthfulness in that. And many times I heard that the artificial jack up the price of in particular stock, and then they suddenly plunge it and make some profit, by cheating the people. I don't think stock exchange or the share market any truthfulness is there in that. Right? So the second leg of the bull of religion, dharma, is cleanliness. Now, engaging in illicit sex actually leads to all types of disease. All types of disease. Illicit sex actually really leads to many types of disease. And you can see internet is full of all those things, that STDs and sexually transmitted diseases. Now, what to speak of HIV, that actually really scared the people like anything. So certainly, you should know that cleanliness, hygiene are compromised. That is another leg of the bull, represented by the dharma. Then there is also compassion. When we eat meat, there is compassion. Shipa Dandi Maharaj in his current language says, Dayata Dharma the Mula. It's a brother, truthfulness, and compassion is the root of dharma. There cannot be any dharma without compassion. Suppose I kill animals, eat their meat, where is compassion? Where is compassion? The compassion is one leg of the Buddha. So, and drink liquor, you take any intoxication for that matter. If you take any intoxication, as result what happens, due to that intoxication, your austerity will perish. And austerity happens to be another level of dharma. So austerity is also very important, right? How can we chant Harinam if you don't get up for Mangalarti? In fact, if we eat a lot of prasad in night, rice and all, it is like intoxication sometimes. And then we cannot get up for Mangalarti. That happens to me sometimes. Even if I take some chapati in night time, then I cannot get up for Mangalarti. So what I'm trying to say is that all these are principles of leaders. So he saw this particular bull. Particular bull was standing on one leg, and गाय रूपी पृथ्वी को अश्रु सहित रोते हुए देखा. But then he saw one cow also, who was a cow. Cow was actually the mother earth. Cow. So that's why mother earth want to do unlimited amount of rains. So unlimited amount of grains cow can give. But why cow is not able to give unlimited amount of grains? Or the earth is not giving grains? Because the blood of the cow is flowing on the earth. And earth herself is actually is in the shape of cow. So this particular cow, earth in the shape of cow, was actually weeping. And then we saw one Shudra. Huh? We saw one Shudra. He was actually just like a king. But actually he was a Shudra. He was a member of working class, the lowest class. But he was just like a king, and he was um, beating both of them. He was beating the bull, the bull, and he was also beating cow. The bull was every personified, and he was also beating, and he was also the cow. So seeing this, Vishnu Maharaj became very angry. Parishit Maharaj became very angry. And he advanced to attack this particular Sudra. Kali ka वध करने के बाद means actually Parishit Maharaj is advanced to kill this particular Sudra. So disguised like a king. और धर्म और कृत को सामना प्रदान and he pacified dharma and mother. प्राण जाने की आशंका से प्राण जाने की आशंका से कली ने परीक्षित की शरण ग्रहण की. Now Kali is very afraid. Kali is disguised like a Shudra, who is disguised like a king, but actually was a Shudra. He was afraid that Parikshit will terminate my life, he will just kill me. So he said, let me surrender to the person who is attacking me. And he surrendered the lotus feet of the great king Parikshit. You can imagine how powerful was Parikshit Maharaj. तब महाराज परीक्षित ने तत्क्षणात कलि को उनका राज्य त्याग करता आदेश दिया. Then Maharaj Parikshit immediately ordered Kali, my dear Kali, you should abandon my kingdom. Don't stay in my kingdom. तदुपरांत कली के प्रार्थना करने पर उसे जुआ, मादक द्रव्य, स्त्री का और अर्थ इन 5 स्थानों में वास प्रदान कर. But then Kali told Parishit Maharaj that Brahma has given me rulership over this particular time period. So please don't totally kick me out of your kingdom, but give me some places where I can happily stay. Then Parishit Maharaj allotted him some particular areas. He said, wherever the gambling takes place, you can stay. Wherever they take intoxication. Now, intoxication means not just liquor. It also includes tobacco, tea, coffee, and meth, and birds, and mushrooms, and marijuana, and charas, ganja, LSD, all that. Now, all newer and newer intoxications are coming. And chemical dependency is the biggest problem in Delhi and many metropolitan cities. In Indian film industry also, a lot of drugs are being sold. And when I was in Los Angeles, my friends used to tell me, he said that Saturday, Sunday, everyone is high here. Everyone is high. The high means they are intoxicated. And Sai Maharaj used to print pamphlets in the early days of ISKCON. Stay high forever. Because if you take ganja or LSD, you may be high for some time, then again you'll come down. But this particular high of chanting Hare Krishna mantra, it will stay forever. And so, wherever intoxicants are being sold or purchased, that place Kali inhabits. Stree means actually opposite sex, women or men. and there also Kali resides. Now, illicit sex is very common. Human trafficking is inordinately high proportion in India. Every day, so many girls disappear from their homes, and many of them they are sold in flesh trade. Srila Gurudev also went to Brazil and he said that there's lots and lots of exploitation going on. And such places where the exploitation of females and males goes on, certainly Kali resides there. Himsa means violence. There is so much violence going on in the society. Killing, murder, not only to human beings but also slaughterhouses. See, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the Christianity, one sect of Christianity called Seventh-day Adventists. The one of the members of that church was the founder of the cereal called Kellogg's. Kellogg's is a famous Kellogg's oats and other things are very famous for breakfast. America takes breakfast with Kellogg's. It's a very popular brand, but it was started by a member of Christianity who believes in vegetarianism. And Sripad Dandi Maharaj also wrote a book on vegetarianism when he was in ISKCON, or a branch of ISKCON in America. And Sripad Dandi Maharaj recently called me and told me that if we have a digital copy of that, I would love to have, read it again. And I will see, maybe there is some hard copies and Damodar Prabhu can. He had once given me Damodar Prabhu some scans of it, and I would have uploaded it on Google Docs and got it OCR, optical character recognition, pass it through OCR, and we would have had a wonderful digital copy. Let's see, let's work on that, because the reason people are non-vegetarian is the taste buds. They somehow have a liking for that flesh. But Sripad Dandi Maharaj gave some mouth-watering recipes in his small book, which can help people stay away from the habit of consuming meat, fish, and eggs. Artha means wealth. Wherever there is excessive wealth, that place also Kali resides. So, gold also, bullion. If there is gold, bullion, silver or gold, Kali resides there. And in fact, the gold smuggling also has reached inordinate proportion now. They can do anything to smuggle gold. Means I hear that when from Dubai has very less rate of gold, and Indians are especially like to stock on gold. The yellow metal is extremely charming for women of India. They have a very high level for the yellow metal. And they make paste of gold, they store the intestines, and they go to any extent to smuggle gold in India, right? So, but wherever there is excess gold or wealth, it is not used for the propagation of Krishna consciousness. They reside there. So, these particular 5 places were given to Kali Yuga by our Parikshit. इस प्रकार श्री सूत द्वारा के विविध गुणों का कीर्तन करने पर now he Parikshit has innumerable qualities. I wouldn't remember all his qualities because described in Bhagavatam, but in future piece of Bhagavatam will come across comparisons of Parikshit with Indra, sun god, the moon god, and great personalities. He is charitable like the sun. He is strong like Indra, like this. So, wonderful glories of Parikshit Maharaj we are all set to hear in future case. I will not elaborate on them here. But Suta Goswami is highly eloquent about Parikshit Maharaj's great qualities. And then Suta Goswami began to narrate the pastimes of Lord Hari. Hari means one who takes away all the excuses in our life. Hari. And He also began to narrate Srimad Bhagavatam elaborate. So the great sages headed by Shaunak, they insisted to Shruta Goswami, please tell us more, please tell us more. In fact, the nectar you have given us has whet our appetite for more Harikatha. We have become even more thirsty. Like in America, before they have dinner, you would know better because you have gone in the Western culture. There is something called appetizer. Appetizer means some drink which you take and it will whet your appetite. It may be ginger tea or something, whatever it is. That's called appetizer. So now their appetite or their thirst for hearing Harikatha has increased and they are insisting, Suta Goswami, bravo, bravo, please carry on, please tell us more, tell us more. तब श्री सूत गोस्वामी राजा परीक्षित द्वारा ब्रह्मशाप प्राप्ति का वृत्तांत वर्णन करने. Now Suta Goswami is explaining how Parikshit Maharaj received a curse from a Brahmana. Now this is a very difficult curse to counter. Why? Because the curse from a Brahmana cannot be countered. You have to simply suffer its consequences. And a Brahmana cursed Parikshit Maharaj that he will die within 7 days. एक दिन महाराज परीक्षित शिकार पर निकले थे. Parikshit Maharaj once set out on hunting expedition. Now hunting is outlawed in India, most of the places, and there are many sanctuaries. In fact, our revered revered Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he got many cheetahs from Namibia and South Africa. But I don't think they are surviving well because recently one female cheetah was killed by other male cheetahs and whatnot. So infighting has caused many cheetahs to die. But anyways, Parikshit Maharaj was on hunting expedition. Now this hunting expedition is mainly for the animals who disturb the society and also to pulverize or to chastise the wicked persons and dacoits and bulgars. So that is the hunting expedition. तब शिकार करते करते उन्हें बहुत प्यास लगी. Obviously, when you are on hunting expedition and the hot sun, maybe climate is hot, humid, it has great thirst, great thirst. He came to the ashram of one great sage by the name Shamit Rishi. And he inquired from the sage for some water. He told the sage that give me some water. किंतु ध्यान मग्न ऋषि पर जल पर but the Rishi was absorbed in meditation. He was a really deep meditation. So he didn't offer any water. This was not on purpose. This was done inadvertently because he was absorbed in meditation. The king became angry because he was thirsty. I personally have seen that the impulse of anger is on rise on fasting days. Because when you are devoid of food and water, you tend to become angry, especially if you are pit prakriti. If your bile is high, then you may become angry. This is as per Ayurveda. So anyways, for some reason, or by the stroke of destiny, he became angry with the sage. उन्होंने निकट में ही पड़े हुए एक मृत सर्प को मुनि के गले में डाल दिया. Now, our Parikshit Maharaj, he saw a dead snake nearby and he offered in the neck of that sage. और अपनी राजधानी को लौटा. He saw a dead snake and he said, the sage is not giving me water, so let me garland him with a dead snake. And he returned to his capital. शमीक ऋषि के पुत्र श्रृंगी ने इस वृत्तांत को सुनकर आचमन पूर्वक 7 दिनों के अंदर राजा परीक्षित को तक्षक स्तर पर डसेगा ऐसा कहकर राजा परीक्षित को शाप दे दिया. So now the son of the great sage Shamik Rishi, the son's name is Shringi. Now I wouldn't know what is the meaning of the word Shringi, but I can speculate. Shringa means horn. So we'll have to see some historical facts from Puranas as to why he was named Shringi. Is there any special reason? But Shringi, the son of Shamik Rishi, he chanted Achman mantras, Om Keshavaya Namam, Narayana Namam, Madhavaya Namam, and pronounced a very dangerous curse that within 7 days, King Parikshit will be bitten by a flying snake called Takshak. So this curse is pronounced. ध्यान भंग होने पर समस्त घटना से अवगत होकर शमीक ऋषि ने अपने पुत्र का बड़ा तिरस्कार किया. Now Shamik Rishi, his meditation broke and he became aware to trance that what has really taken place. He saw his son also crying and then he rebuked his son. He rebuked his son because king is a representative of Narayan. He is the representative of Vishnu. Because Vishnu is the guardian of the universe and king is also guardian of the kingdom. So on behalf of Vishnu, the king is responsible for maintaining subjects. Just like Lakshmi and Vishnu are the mother and father of the world, king and the queen are the natural mother and father of the subjects. And even till recently, there were such righteous kings like Shivaji Maharaj, Maharana Pratap, King Pratap Rudra, and there were some queens also. Ahalyabai Holkar. She was a queen, very righteous queen. And temples like Ujjain, Trambakeshwar, these temples were rebuilt by Ahalyabai. Although she was from the sheep herd or goat herd family, but she was married to a Kshatriya and she was married to a king, but she was a very expert ruler. Also, Jhansi ki Rani, she fought against Britishers and never offered her own kingdom on platter to the Britishers. She never surrendered, but she sacrificed her life. And when she fought with the Britishers on horseback, she carried her baby, newborn baby, on her back. And with the baby on the back, she rode on horseback and she fought with the Britishers and died in a heroic fashion in the battle. So such queens and kings are still remembered by the people of India with great respect and honor because they were righteous kings. So Parikshit also was a righteous king. It was incorrect on the part of son of Shamik Rishi, Shringi, to curse him without considering these terms. उसी समय शमीक ऋषि के एक शिष्य ने राजा को शाप के विषय में अवगत कराया. Suddenly one disciple of Shamik Rishi came running to King Parikshit and he told, "My dear king, are you not aware that today my Gurudev's son Shringi has cursed you that you will die within 7 days." राजा परीक्षित ने इस अभिशाप संवाद को अपने लिए शुभ ही समझा. Now this is called optimism. Optimism means whatever happens is for good. The environment is always favorable. If we would have received this news of this curse, we would have become completely disturbed. we would not have been able to sleep, and we would have been only worried, and we would have, did so many other means to counter this curse. But Parikshit was very happy. He said, "This is a very auspicious news, huh, that I am going to live in this world only for 7 days. Because if I was going to live longer, I would not be serious about cultivating my Krishna consciousness. But because now there is a deadline, pun unintended, but in English is a very funny language. We call it deadline. All right. So I have only 7 days to live. Uh, so he handed over the reins of his kingdom, the entire responsibility of his kingdom, or the kingdom of Kuru dynasty, to his son Janmejaya. And he walked towards the northern direction. Now, this particular direction, northern direction, in Sanskrit is known as Uttara Disha. And again, um, they say in Hindi that if you walk towards Uttar, you'll get Uttar. See, Uttar means northern direction, and Uttar also means answer. Or uh, so, if you walk towards northern direction, you'll get answer to your deepest questions. So anyway, he walked towards the northern direction, and Parikshit Maharaj, he understood one fact, and all of us should also understand this fact. What is that fact? That the service to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna is the topmost, highest, supermost, most excellent goal of human life. If anyone has set the goal of life to serve the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, then congratulations to that person. He is indeed worthy of respect and honor. Because the topmost goal of human life is to serve the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So therefore, Parikshit Maharaj, he gave up his royal robes and royal wardrobes, and he simply put on a Brahmin underwear called kopin, a simple small piece of cloth, just enough to cover his genitals and anus. Wrapped it around his waist with a thread, and no possessions, no ornaments, no royal attire, no soldiers, no bodyguards, no entourage, no palanquin, no elephants, no horses, no royal paraphernalia. He simply sat on the bank of the Ganges River, showing an example that what one should do when he sees imminent death. And he also took a vow. What was his vow? I will not take any food or even water. I will abstain from food and liquid intake. Wow, what a wow. धीरे धीरे बहुत से महर्षि, देवर्षि और ब्रह्मर्षि गंगा तट पर उपस्थित हुए. Slowly, many great sages like Durvasa, Devarshi, the sages among demigods like Bharat and Brahmarshi. Who's Brahmarshi? Vishwamitra, Vasishtha. These great Brahmarshis like Atri, Angira, they all came on the bank of the Ganges, and they appreciated. Look at this king. He's the sovereign king of the whole world. But now his mind is totally inclined to serve Lord Hari. So they glorified him, they praised him, they eulogized him. महाराज परीक्षित ने मुनियों को शंका सहित शंका रहित चित्त से हरि कथा का कीर्तन करने को. Then Maharaj Parikshit requested all the great sages, my dear sages, don't have any doubt. Without any fear and doubt, please glorify the pastimes of Sri Hari. He also asked these sages, oh my dear sages, can you please answer my question? My question is, what is the duty of a person who is very close to death? If death is the death is in your proximity, death has almost approached you. If the death is going to devour you, what is the duty of a person? So this is a very important question because we all are close to death. Now, how close we are, we cannot know. Like yesterday or day before yesterday, I read a news that there was a Bengali couple. They had a passion. They call it wanderlust. To travel around across the length and breadth of India on their two-wheeler motorcycle. Maybe it is Royal Enfield Bullet, or in America they have some other motorcycles. And they had two children who were two sons also. They were studying in residential schools or hostels, and they were satisfying their wanderlust by traveling here and there in India. When they were on their journey, they made an accident at a road divider in Lucknow, and both husband and wife died a tragic death. So, does anyone know that these two persons who are in their 40s and 50s, late 40s and early 50s, would die like this? So, we should be reading. We should be reading. Our baggage should be packed every moment. Don't think that you're never going to die. So, on our behalf, Parishit asking this question: what is the duty of a person at whom the death is staring at very close quarters? इस विषय में विभिन्न मत होने के कारण मुनियों में विवाद होना आरंभ है. Now you see, there are different sages and they have different opinions. Muni means they have different opinions. Maybe someone is following Patanjali yoga, Ashtanga yoga. They told that maybe you should close your eyes, control your breath by pranayam, and leave your life airs from your skull, from Brahmarandra, after tasting nectar, and your soul will merge in the bright light, Vishnu or Vishnu's body or Brahma Jyoti, and you'll get impersonal liberation called Sahibja Mukti. Someone else may have told him that you should try to contemplate on Paramatma, try to separate Paramatma from the material objects using Sankhya philosophy. Means you should count material elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. Then the taste, sight, touch, smell, all these tanmatras. And also five working senses, five knowledge acquiring senses, and mind, intelligence, false ego. What remains is soul and super soul. So try to approach super soul, try to understand super soul by enumerating elements, material elements, and trying to separate material elements from the spiritual ones. To Sankhya philosophy. But there were so many opinions, different opinions. They were quarreling among themselves. What is the goal of a life? What is the duty of a person who's approaching death very rapidly? Suddenly, from nowhere, out of blue, traveling, the crushed jewel of swan-like devotees, Sri Shukdev Goswami came on the scene. From nowhere he came. Suddenly he appeared there. Everyone stood up on their feet to honor this great personality, Sri Shukdev Goswami. Actually, he didn't demand respect. Respect should not be demanded. Respect is commanded. Simply by his sight, they felt like standing up on their two legs. That was, I have seen that phenomena with our Gurudev also, Anival Shripad Danti Maharaj, Anirudh Prabhuji also. When they see these exalted personalities, devotees, they always feel like standing up and respecting. It is spontaneous. It is spontaneous because they are heavy. Their Guru. Guru means one who is very heavy. So, तत्क्षणात सभी ने खड़े होकर उनका स्वागत किया. महाराज परीक्षित ने उन्हें दंडवत प्रणाम करके विशेष रूप में उनका अभिनंदन और स्तवक किया. So Maharaj Parikshit offered prostrated obeisances to Shukdev Goswami and greeted him with great happiness and glorified him. तब श्री परीक्षित ने शुश्रूषा सेवा भाव के साथ मृत्यु के निकट और चरम कल्याण की कामना करने वाले व्यक्ति का क्या कर्तव्य है, इस विषय में श्री शुकदेव गोस्वामी से जिज्ञासा। Parikshit inquired. He rendered some service, mood of service. That is very important. Don't just ask questions to Gurudev. There should be a mood of service. So with mood of service was very much present in the heart of Parikshit. And with great humility and mood of service, he bowed down to Shukdev Goswami and inquired from him that a person is very close to death, but he wants the ultimate benefit of human life. He wants total auspiciousness. He wants self-welfare. He wants the personal welfare. What is the duty of a person who is approaching death rapidly but wants his personal welfare, auspiciousness? What is his duty? Please tell me. तब भगवान श्री शुकदेव गोस्वामी ने राजा परीक्षित के प्रश्न का उत्तर देना आरंभ किया. That time Sri Shukdev Goswami, who's addressed here as Ashray Bhagwan. It will be discussed in future classes why a devotee is also called Bhagwan. The reason for devotee being addressed as a Bhagwan is explained in Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrutam by Srila Sanatana Goswami, quoting from Parashar Samhita, Vishnu Puran. Vishnu Puran tells two definitions of the word Bhagwan. One definition applies to the Vishay Vigraha, the supreme enjoyer Krishna, and the other definition of the word Bhagwan applies to the devotee of Bhagwan. I will study that definition and I will explain to you tomorrow why devotee is also called Bhagwan. Utpattisha, I don't remember that shloka, but I will explain tomorrow. And then Bhagwan Shri Shukdev Goswami, mind here, Shukdev Goswami is not Krishna, but he is the servitor Bhagwan. He is not the enjoyer Bhagwan. He is the supreme personality of servitorship, not the supreme personality of Godhead. But he is also called Bhagwan because he is very dear to Bhagwan. He is also called Bhagwan. And he began to answer the question of King Parikshit. Thus ends the summary of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam in very few words. Now tomorrow is, I would say, Thursday. We will be beginning the Bhagavatam, first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is in the Gayatri meter. So thank you so much for being with me, and I pray for long life and successful teaching for Sripad Bhaktivedanta Dandi Maharaj on his appearance day, because he is such an exalted Vaishnava, and all of you also are helping him. So I thank you all of you from core of my heart that you are all helping Sripad Dandi Maharaj and Sri Aniruddha Prabhuji to propagate the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you are also all worthy of my prayers and best wishes. Thank you so much. My Dandavat pranams to all of you. Vancha kalpa tarubhesha kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo. जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग अंतर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद जी की जय. जय मिथिला प्रेष्ठ गुरु श्री श्री भक्तिदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. मिथिला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद श्री श्रीमद भक्तिदांत अमन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. मिथिला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद श्री श्रीमद भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. मिथिला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद श्री श्रीमद भक्तिदांत स्वामी महाराज की जय. श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद ठाकुर की जय. प्रेम से गौ श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गोवर्धन द्वार समनात्मक सिंह मंडल की जय. हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. त्रिवेणी स्वामी श्री श्रीमद भक्तिवेदांत दंडी महाराज की जय. तदीय शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की जय. तदीय व्यास पूजा की जय. श्री श्रीमद अनिरुद्ध दास प्रभु जी की जय. तदीयकृत भागवत सार और इसी जन्म में भगवत प्राप्ति सीरीज की जय. समागत भक्त वैष्णव समागत भक्त वृंद की जय. अनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि कृपा सिंधु पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. And as a bookmark, Vishakha Didi, we are on the first verse of Bhagavatam. So you can write 1.1. 1.1.1. That is, we can write as a bookmark. All right? First canto, first chapter, first verse. Right? Easy to remember. 1.1.1. Tomorrow. All right.
Dandavat Params Maharaj. Thank you
you,
so
Didi.
much for this program.
Dandavat.
Hare
Hare
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat. Dandavat. Hare.
Hare
Thank you so
Krishna
much, all of
Maharaj.
you. Hare
Sripad
Krishna.
Bhaktivedanta Vishnu Daivata Maharaj ki jai. Vanchaka
Dandavat.
Patarivya Jai
Dandavat.
Kripasana Vicha Patitana Prabhu Vaishnavi Vaishnavi. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Prams. Thank you so much. So tomorrow we won't be able to see you because of the time, and Sripad Bhaktivedanta Dandi Maharaj will be on, so it'll be a bit of a clash.
So what
And
I
you
will
rush.
do tomorrow,
Maharaj, we can't hear you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dear devotees, can anybody else hear me? I think Maharaj's network.
Yeah, we can hear you. I think it's logged out, or maybe his network has.
we can just skip tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, Maharaj, it's not actually skip because Gurudev is coming and your time is gonna clash because I can't go later with you because of the Aarti. And then
So we'll do it day after tomorrow. We'll have
Friday.
class day after tomorrow. Huh? All right.
No problem.
So we'll have
Sure.
on Friday. Friday
Yes.
we'll have same time 6 to 7. So we don't clash with people. Then
Yes, tomorrow is question and answer with Gurudev.
there'll be class on Chetan Charitamrita
Yeah.
and yes.
Okay, thank you so
This
much,
is my
Maharaj.
class. All right. CC
Yes.
and half an hour. All right. Friday. We'll meet on Friday.
Yeah.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Maharaj.
Hare
Krishna Maharaj.